G'day guys, Norm back here again for another video this week. Today I'm going to be talking to you about aeration, its importance in the tank, and how to fix it if you're having issues with it or not enough of it. So the importance of having aeration is not just for the fish to get access to oxygen and for plants to get access to that oxygen. It's also about spreading things around the tank, the movement of water. It's not only about an air stone producing bubbles. It's not only about surface breakage, but it's also about current in the tank. Now, when I talk about current, I'm not talking about you looking at a stream or a river and water goes gushing across, from one side to the other. We are talking about the ever slight movement of water. Just enough so you can see your plants just slightly moving. So recently I've had an issue with my planted tank, and with planted tanks you don't have to, or you shouldn't vacuum the substrate. You leave it, especially if it's a dirt planted tank. And my plants were dying from bottom up. Found out that I had poop pockets building up inside that tank, and a simple addition of a wave maker had everything moving beautifully around the tank. No more poop pockets were being formed, no more nitrate issues, and the filter was picking everything up. Now, so you have to remember, you do not need a strong current for this to happen, but you do need the right equipment. My larger tanks, or when I say larger, I don't have very big tanks in this house. I do have a, I think it's about a 200 and something litre at Mum's and a few other smaller ones because the boss doesn't let me keep it here. But I have a few, approximately between 120 to 130 litre tanks here, which some folks would call 30 to 40 gallons. And in those ones, in one of them, I do have one of these. Now, this is what solved my issue in my main tank. So just to show you, it allows you to turn it from a very slow function all the way up the current, and you have different options, and you can lock it in for certain times of the day also. So this was my saviour. It's vitally important in my tank. The plants have been thriving ever since. It does not affect my fish in a negative way at all. My guppies love swimming against the current. The Hillstream loaches absolutely thrive in it, and Hillstream loaches do need current in a tank, if ever so slightly. If you can't afford something like this, you can buy yourself there's ones that come out, sorry, I just can't remember the name of it. It doesn't have the pump. It's just the wave maker part of it. You won't have this. You can buy one of these on eBay and Amazon, I do believe. I don't have the links to it, but I have seen it there. And they're fairly cheap without that part of it. So all that does is produce a current. It's up to you to know how many gallons per hour you want that to push out. I do recommend not too much, and you have to look at the purpose of it. Now, if it's to produce a nice round current around the tank, I would have one that does about 3 to 4 times minimum of what your tank size is per hour. So just keep that in mind. And the positioning of it is also vital. Have it sitting the opposite to your filter, whatever sort of filter you use. I would have it sitting on the opposite side of the tank. Now, that's the other thing it leads me to. It is important to have a filter that has a power head attached to it. You can buy a power head on its own if you are using a sponge filter and you don't want to add another filter. You can buy a power head on its own that will produce a current, or you could replace your sponge filter with a filter that has a power head on it, and it will have an adjustable bar that will allow you to adjust your current from weak to strong, and it's up to you which angle you want to have it at, pointing to the substrate or the surface. So it is vital in a planted tank especially, because you do have a lot of hardscape, some people, and I actually count some plants as hardscape because it does produce some sort of wall against current and the movement of water, and you do get buildup of dead leaves, anything dead, even unfortunately dead fish get hidden in the tank and causes nitrate issues, ammonia issues. Now, if you get rid of all these dead spots in the tank, you will also get rid of these potential nitrate, ammonia, nitrites issues and those cycle crashes at the same time. So my guppies think it's a fun day to be out every day swimming against the current. There's no issues for them sleeping at night. They find their spots in the tank, under plants, under leaves, etc., and they're very happy to have that sort of current in the tank. Now, the other reason that it's important is because of if you're using fertilizers, if you're using medications in the tank, or if you're just using CO2. That's the other thing. You need to spread all these items out evenly around the tank. Having a current and positioning the wave maker or power head in the correct spot will allow everything that you put in the tank to spread evenly across the whole tank. So make sure that when you dose things, you dose it right in front of it. It will push it out and push it out evenly. Oh, that hurts. Sorry, I've got a bit of a wrist injury at the moment. So it will be good for those reasons also. It's not just about surface breakage. Don't forget, you still need your, with that being said, I should say, you still need your air stones as a rule of thumb, personally, every 40 centimeters, you need at least one air stone in the tank. That is important to have that sort of breakage. I do advise with the larger tanks to have one of those air stone bars, have it running across the back of the tank. That being done won't cover the whole tank though. The surface won't be moving as much towards the front of the tank. And having one of these, this will help the spreading of movement, CO2 in the tank that's naturally produced by the plants during the night. And during the day, you don't have to worry as much about it because of the photosynthesis process. So aeration not only is important for oxygen and the fish, but it's important to avoid cycle crashes, ammonia issues, nitrate issues, and the evenly spread of medications, fertilizers, and if you're running a CO2 tank that produces bubbles, etc. I can't thank everybody enough who's already jumped online and joined and subscribed to our channel. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the support and positive comments that we get. I'll do my very best to answer all the questions I can throughout the day and throughout the week when I get the notifications. I do apologize to those who I've missed. Ask the question again if I've missed it, or jump on Facebook. More importantly, join our Facebook group, and I can guarantee if it's not me, one of my awesome admin team members will jump on and answer your questions. #adminhelp, and we will get to you as soon as possible. I thank everybody who've already subscribed to the channel and hit the notification bells. I promise I will do my very best to keep you guys up to date with the latest information and treatments, and just say hi sometimes. So take care of yourselves. Thank you once again for tuning in, and I will see you next week with another video. Bye for now.